Oh, wow, that did not take long. Wow, you started chatting even before my feed said that anybody was watching here. Okay. Still got to do like a brief little setup. You can hear me, right? You can hear me? Cool? Yeah? Yeah? Hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? You can hear me. Nope. Nobody can hear me? Come on, come on. Gotta be able to hear me. Gotta be able to hear me. Oh yeah, totally. You can totally hear me. I think. Okay. Boom. Wow. Let's start this game. Resume saved. Live stream. Load. Alright. Let's see what we got. What we got going on. Oh, we don't have anything active. We've got lots that we've already done. We could do explore Minmus. What do we have down here at the bottom? Position a satellite in a tundra orbit around Kerbal. Okay. Unmanned probe that has an antenna. Can generate power. Reach the designated tundra orbit around Kerbal with minimal deviation. Have a materials bay on the satellite. Have a mystery goo unit on the satellite. Maintain stability for 10 seconds. So nothing says that it has to be incredibly massive. Periapsis, 100,000 meters. Okay, apoapsis, 5 million meters. Inclination, 63.4 degrees. Ooh, okay, 63.4 degrees. That's going to make it... That's going to make it the most difficult. And I wonder if that inclination... Okay, longitude. Argument of periapsis. 270 degrees. 270 degrees. Inclinations. Yeah, I can't tell just from reading that how difficult that's going to be, but you know what? We can put plenty of fuel on this thing. We'll be able to get it nice, big 187,000 point completion and a 10 science bonus. Hell yeah, I'm going to take this. Boom. Yeah, absolutely. Neither of these contracts are nearly as appealing. So... And a new orbital station around Kerbal. That, I would love to, like, build a big space station. So I want to go in that general direction. So I'm going to accept that contract here. Okay. So have a facility supporting at least 7 Kerbals. Easy. Have 2 scientists on the... 2 tourists on the station. Okay. Maintain stability for 10 seconds. Okay. And put your station into orbit of Kerbal. Okay. All right, that's easy too. Let's do that one. Boom. Let's start there. Hell yeah. Okay. All right. Leave facility. Let's go here. I don't think I can buy anything, right? Because that costs 90 science. So, let's leave the facility. Let's go here. Let's not even build our Tundra orbit satellite yet. Let's just go straight for building our space station. It's going to be real simple, see? It's going to be real simple, see? Here. There we go. That will support 7 Kerbals. Let's see. No tourists. So I need to accept what? Some tourist contracts here. Have 2 tourists on the space station. So let me go back and see if there are a couple of tourists that I can recruit. Okay, ferry 2 tourists safely to their destination and back. A suborbital space flight on Kerbin. And an orbital orbit around Kerbin. I can get those both. Let's see. 4 tourists safely to their destination and back. These are all orbital space flights. And you know what? All I need is 2 scientists and then like 1 pilot, and oh, that's perfect. Let's do this. We'll do this. Totally. Boom. We're going to go back to here. We're going to get tons of money. Tons of money. It's going to be ridiculous. Okay. You know what? Let's make this even a little more ridiculous. Let's do 2 these things. Boom. Okay, so let's since this is going to be a space station, well, yeah. Space station. Ooh, I don't even have. Huh. Okay, so. Interesting. Okay, let's put this there. And go ahead and put that there. I know it's not going to do much. And then let's go ahead and put 3 of those on there. And 3 of those on there too. Okay, so that should give us, hopefully enough drag that we will not crash and burn. And you know what? I need a little reaction wheel authority to this whole stack here. So let's put on an advanced stabilizer. Put that on the top there. So all my tourists are going to be crammed in here with no way of getting in or out other than being picked up. So, well, I guess it technically allows me to transfer crew, although they're going to climb through a circuit board there, I guess. Whatever. Let's put some heat shieldage on the... Oh, shoot. Shoot. Okay. So I don't have the large heat shield yet. You know what? Screw that. I'm going to do the science mission first. Science mission first, then we'll do the space station real quick. This way... Let's see. That is my Tundra orbit, I believe. Yeah, that's my Tundra orbit. And, what is this? Oh, that's another offered contract. But let's, yeah, let's do this Tundra orbit. So I'm going to want to go very much south when I launch. Well, actually north. I'm going to want to launch and go north like 70 degrees north when I launch from like right here. Then that'll put me on an orbit. That should be pretty close. Okay. Pretty simple here. Don't need a huge rocket at all to do this simple ass mission. Okay, so we'll start with a propodobodine hex module, and you know what? I'm gonna try to get the science back from this, so I'm gonna plan on recovering it. So that involves doing a little bit of clever planning here. Let's put one of these down there. Open it up. Okay. And then science it out like that. And what do I need? I need materials bay and mystery goo. Okay. Well, that's not a problem. Let's go right there. And then center that up just by holding shift. There we go. Okay, let's give that some uber battery-ness. And how about some solar panels on that? Just to make everybody happy. Let's close that up. Let's bring the solar panels in just to make it a little more aerodynamic. There we go. Nice. Nice. Okay. And this should be plenty of fuel once it gets to orbit. It doesn't even have to get to orbit. This is going to have plenty of delta V. We're just going to use some solid rocket motors here. And let's see, do I want to use the big ol' honker? I think that would be possibly overkill. This should be more than enough, I think. But just to be safe, let's just add on a couple of side boosters here. Okay, so we're gonna come on. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Yep, gonna want those on there. And then you know what? That's 640, and that is 600. I like the look of that anyway, a little bit more than these. And for this, yeah, that should be fine. That should be fine, because we're just going to use these control flaps there to do the gravity turn. I need a little bit of wheel authority here, so let's put on a small reaction wheel. We can even put it right here at the top. How about there? Boom. I think what we have here, we have a vessel that weighs 22.32 tons. So it's going to take roughly 220 newtons is 1G, 220 kilonewtons. So this supplies thrust at sea level 197. This supplies 250. This alone gets us 1 full G. That gives us more than that. So these are going to detach first. I think the amount of thrust this has, just on their own, is plenty to get it going. This will want to scale back down, I think, as much as to 35%, because when these kick off, when those kick off, which is going to take it's going to take, well, we got 20 seconds there, and then another 2, 3, 4, 24 seconds. It takes roughly 24 seconds for these to kick off. When those kick off, this will, at 35%, that'll be consuming about 7 solid fuel per second. 7 times 24, 168. Okay, 168 fuel units of fuel less. So 820, 168. Yeah, it's roughly around there. So it's going to weigh around 13.5 tons. 13.5 tons. And that will be providing half the thrust necessary to propel that. So let's bump this up to around 50%, which means it will be lighter when these kick off, but I want to have at least 1 full G worth of thrust there, because it's going to kick off in the lower atmosphere. I don't want too much thrust. It's going to be experiencing way more drag than I need, and I don't want too little thrust because otherwise we just lose a lot to gravity. But I think for the second stage, you want to aim for right about even in terms of, what about 1 G of acceleration? A thrust-to-weight ratio of 1 to 1, I should say. A thrust-to-weight ratio of about 1 to 1 when you engage the second stage. So, the way this is set up, this has thrust limited to 50%. These are at full thrust and will detach much sooner because they're much smaller, and they actually consume their fuel much faster than this core. When we stage, I think this is about optimal. This one, you might as well use all the thrust you can. And you know what? Here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to guarantee that it's going to meet our demands. Now, I'm pretty sure that was fine, but it costs us almost nothing to do that. Have that extended fuel tank there, and then we can kick this thrust up just a little bit here. Let's go to 60%. 60% thrust. Boom. This is going to just fly straight to orbit really, really well. And one of the reasons why I extended this tank is because without that tank extended, there's a good chance that I will get beyond to orbit off of just solid fuel. Now, that's not really a problem, but it causes for a less efficient flight profile than if I go to a low Earth orbit, so low Kerbal orbit on the liquid fuel stage. Anyway, I've been rambling on way too much about this. I will need to attach an antenna. Might as well just attach it right there, and then make extra sure that it is centered by doing that. Ta-da! Okay. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Let's do this Tundra. Alright, launch. And let's actually leave. Let's leave because we want to launch at a very specific time here to launch into an orbital plane. Now, counterintuitively, I don't have the inclination, pun, inclination to do the math to find out exactly when I'm going to launch, so I'm going to estimate to launch about there. Okay. We might be off slightly, but whatever. Let's launch Tundra here, and we're going to launch it right now. This is perfect. I don't need to rotate the ship because I'm going to be launching it almost due north. Alright. Going to be aiming for about 70 degrees north, I think. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Ooh, beautiful, beautiful. Just the right amount of acceleration. And let's aim for... What do I mean 70 degrees north? I mean like 20 degrees north. Northish, but only by about 20 degrees. Okay, and wow, it is really fighting me to turn. It doesn't want to turn. Okay, let's ditch those and try to get some authority. Respect my authority! And steer that damn rocket. Oh man, it does not want to steer. Those little flaps aren't enough control. I mean, this means a lot of all my energy is going into increasing my apoapsis here, but jeez. And I guess, oh, holy crap. Oh man. Oh, not good. Come on. Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. That's all right. That's all right. Oh, no, 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 no. You stay right there. Stay pointing that away's direction. Ah! Okay. Alright. And actually, just keep pointing like that. Oh, jeez. Okay. Extend the antenna? Nope, not yet, not yet. I do not want to do that until I'm above 45,000 meters or so. I don't want to risk this at all. Okay, so I seem to be off to a good start here. Yeah. I can go a little bit more east on this trajectory. Nice. That's a very good drawing. Do you want to come down? Oh, I see. You traced it off the back there.
Yeah, but it's really good for tracing.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
I had to trace it
Right? Yeah, it's going to be backwards. But that's pretty cool. Yeah, yeah. Nice. Okay. Well, I could have waited a little bit longer. I was thinking that by the time I get to roughly orbit, that my position would have been pushed a little bit by Kerbal, so I would have been correcting things. Okay, I can actually go a little more northernly on this. So there should be hundreds of people watching. There should be. This is an injustice. This is the worst injustice in the history of the internet. Why I, who am clearly smarter than everybody, do not have more people watching me play Kerbal Space Program. People would surely learn stuff. Okay. I'm going to wait until the fire goes away before I extend that antenna. Okay. All right. Takes a while to get to space, huh? Yeah. Well, what do you see about that? Time accelerate. Time accelerate! Yeah, there we go. Here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Okay, this is good, 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 good. Now we're going to push that apoapsis so that it sits over that periapsis roughly. Or rather, just so that my orbit does. There we go. Alright, that's good enough. Add maneuver. Whoop! Alright, here. You know what? It's always easy to change orbital planes when you get up. To apoapsis up there. So, okay. Maybe not. I'm going to need to change my orbital plane near this node here. Yeah. So I gotta do that. I gotta do that like right now. I gotta do it right now, but I gotta, you know, first like kill all these, right? So I gotta line up. I'm like right at the node right now. So add maneuver. This away direction. Boom. Okay. Okay, yeah. Just change. Good. And just execute that. Execute that, biatch. Woo! Okay, excellent. So now I am pretty much matching that orbital plane. Or at least, like, it's close enough. Haha! Yes! Yes. Yeah, that is very good. And then when I get up here, I can perform a plane correction if I need to. Hey yourself, Jarrett, shoot! Okay, so got to point myself at the maneuver node, and before I forget, let's rotate the spacecraft so that the solar panels are pointing directly at the sun, or as directly as I can, while still axis is pointed that way. There's vector math is complicated. Let's time accelerate to the burn point. 781.6 meters per second. Should take me 41 seconds to complete that burn time, so we will start the burn at T-minus 20 or so. T-minus 1 minute. 3, 2, okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Okay. I am raising up that apoapsis. I am going to match this orbit. I am going to succeed in bringing back some science. Not really, because I forgot to, create a decoupler and a heat shield on the thing so that it'll survive re-entry. But hey, maybe because it does have an engine on it, and I can slow down. And hopefully that engine will act as a heat shield in its own right. Okay, let's decrease our thrust here. Make sure that apoapsis doesn't exceed our target. Ooh, that looks good. That looks awesome. So we're going to zoom in here. Okay, we're going to remove that maneuver node. We're going to add a maneuver there. We're just going to match the maneuver right there. Okay, yeah, we have some excessive deviation, so we're going to have to make an orbital correction at apoaps. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Oh, no. No! I overshot. It's probably not even a problem. Here we go. Perfect. What? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Come on. Come on, what's going on? What's going on? Let's, okay, periapsis. 100 and... Can't even tell which one. Which one do I have to bring up? I gotta bring down the periapsis, guys. Okay, will do. Bringing down the periapsis. Just like bringing down the patriarchy. I can't even say the word patriarchy without laughing. Ah, ha, 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 there we go. Reached the desired destination. Okay. Alright. So let's go ahead and observe materials bay. Probably not going to get much science from that. Open that up. Observe the mystery goo. Hey, maybe I didn't observe mystery goo high over Kerbin. Okay, apparently I have, but whatever. Let's try to recover this spacecraft anyway. Okay, that looks good. That looks good. Now fall back to Kerbin and hit that atmosphere, and you stay pointed in that way direction. Ah, yes, yes. Okay. So our periapsis is 25 kilometers. Plenty enough to slow us down. Let's start the burn. Let's start the burn so that we don't overheat that engine. This is just like SpaceX, guys. We're just doing all this. Oh no! This might work. This might work. Well, I mean, we're below orbital velocity already, so this might work. Antenna broken by aerodynamic forces. Oh no! Okay, fortunately, what? There is a... Oh, it's going through the planet. There is a really unlikely but deploy mode when safe. Okay, let's just deploy that parachute so that it automatically deploys when it's safe. Because we might lose communication, because right now it is communicating through the planet. So I don't know how they're doing that. I guess they're using neutrino beams to communicate through the planet. Still got quite a lot of craziness going on. That engine, though, is acting as ballast and has some significant temperature resistance, allowing me to... oh, it's going to blow up, though. It's probably almost certainly going to blow up. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Oh! Boom! Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Oh, jeez. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, I lost the materials bay. However, I did keep the... Whoa! Holy crap. Okay, that's not a good thing. Did I lose the materials bay? Yeah, I lost the materials bay. The fuel tank survived, though. But, hey, I got a little bit of science. A little bit of science from high above Kerbin. That's really cool. And, amazingly, I'm going to be able to recover this thing. And then we can launch our space station. Possibly not really, because we need to do one more quick science mission to be able to... You know what? We'll just go to Minmus real quick, come right back with like a surface sample. I don't care that it's going to be hard. We're going to do it real quick, and then we'll build our space station. So we got a Minmus mission coming up. Hi, online gamer. I play Roblox. My name is blah blah blah. That's Discord if you guys want to add me. Okay. Noted. Oh man. 2 watching now. Woo! I don't like how slow time acceleration is. Come on, just touch down. There we go. Recover vessel. Recover vessel. Small amount of science, like 4 science or something. Yeah, 4. 4 science. 4. Okay. 3.5 science. Hey, rounds to 4. Okay. 61 science, still not enough. Let's see, what were my actives? You know what? Explore Minmus was something. Fly by Minmus. Sure, you know what? I can do that. I'm gonna do more than fly by Minmus. I'm gonna fly by Minmus and I'm gonna land on it and I'm gonna come back and everybody's going to go, yay! Marry me! Okay. Heat shield, 1.25 meters wide. We don't need that much ablator. We only need about that much ablator. Okay, we'll have the parachute. This is going to be real quick, real fast and loose. Loosey-goosey. Loosey-goosey. You know what? I'm just going to land on the engine bell when I do this. Let's have a couple of little... Hi, Andrew Gill, and Andrew Gill with an teal A icon and a pink, well, I don't know. Okay, okay, that works fine. Go like that. And then, you know what, I probably have, I should just, at this point, I should just save a light lifting rocket design. This should be enough, right? Just slap these on. Let's go ahead and do these rocket engines. Put those on. Let's go ahead and... There we go. I'm going to sub. Thank you very much, you Brit. I assume you're British. Thank you from across the pond. I can't do a British accent. No, I can't do that kind of a British accent. Okay, so is this gonna get me to mid-miss? Yes, this is gonna get me to mid-miss. Because this thing is gonna get me pretty much to orbit, and then this will take me the rest of the way and then some by a significant margin. So I think that is plenty. I don't need any experiments. I'm just going to go there without any, just to make things light and cheap and quick, just so that I can get unlock the bigger heat shield and make my space station. So mini one. That's what I call, never mind. Okay, enter ship description. Goes to Minmus. Save. Launch. I did not check my staging. Fortunately, I remembered that I did not check my staging. Go ahead and put that engine right there. Okay, so this will do very good. Okay, Stability on, thrust on, and launch Jebediah. Now I just sit back. Fucking fag. Timothy Scholl's fucking fag. That's what I'm reading. Okay. Thank you for coming out to the world. Good for you. Alright. Just keep firing along the prograde vector. Fag. Yes, you are really quite proud of that, aren't you? Aren't you? Okay. You fucked my mom. Ryan, are you chatting with me? You're not? You're not? Oh. Well, sorry about that. Okay, right.
Hey, Alex.
What is this anyways? This is the best game ever. You design, build, and launch rockets, and you will learn how to perform orbital maneuvers, rendezvous, dock, land on other planets, go to Mars, be awesome. That is what this game is. Okay, this is going to take 2 minutes and 12 seconds to do that burn. Minute and 6 seconds. That's so. I got to start this burn in about 12 seconds here. What altitude? Here we go. Here we go. And go. Yes. Yes. That's correct. That is cool. Sorry for being stupid. Wow, I've never seen somebody go from stupid to less stupid that quickly, so all is forgiven. Okay. So I'm firing my rocket. Firing my rocket like I did it to your mom. Okay, so I'm just trying to adjust my orbit here. Takes a long time to get to orbit, but it takes a lot less time to come down from an orbit onto, say, the surface of a moon. Okay, so I just reached orbit there. Alright. Apo, there we go. So, that's the target moon that I want to go to. Fortunately, it's at a great position because I don't have to do any plane changes. So I'm just going to add a maneuver here. This is a maneuver that I'm experimenting with right now. And right there it says that when I reach apoapsis and get my closest approach, the planet is going to be, or the moon is going to be right there. So let's bring that orbit out a little bit further. Like so. Now we've got a intersection here. There we go. Now because that orbit started to change wildly, that means that the maneuver is almost perfect. So in this game you can time accelerate. You don't have to wait around. So as soon as I, let's see, get estimated burn 35 seconds, but then I go down to a lower thrust engine, so who knows how long it's going to take. Let's time accelerate here. Time accelerate, time accelerate, time accelerate. Alright. I don't like having a cold. Alright. Now is a good time to light up that engine. So we're just going to do that. We're going to watch that trajectory go up so that it eventually encounters Minmus. Oh, got a stage. Ooh, there we go. All right, now we've only got about a couple hundred meters per second at delta V. Yeah, we're going to have plenty of fuel. We're going to be able to land on multiple biomes in Minimus and collect tons and tons of ice, even without any experiments. Let's go ahead and kill that engine and then throttle down that thrust to a tiny fraction of what it was. Now let's tweak this orbit a little bit. Okay, and the way we're going to do that is we're going to turn down that thrust almost to nothing. And target the prograde vector. And until this, and thrust slightly until that number starts to go up. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think I can hit Minmus. Oh, I can totally hit Minmus. So let's do that. It's just like land straight on Minmus. There we go. Okay, I think that's good. That's probably as direct of a hit as I can get on this thing. So let's just time accelerate and go punch Minmus in the face. Punch Minmus right in the face, right in the face. Come here, Minmus. Come here, 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 come on, come on, come on. Slow down, slow down. Gotta punch you right in the face. See, direct hit on Minmus. So I'm going to focus on Minmus now so that I can perform this or hit this maneuver node right. Okay. It's going to take, at that current amount of thrust, 25 minutes and 25 seconds to slow down. But I'm not going to give it the satisfaction. I'm just going to... Here we go. Now it's only going to take 16 seconds. So it's going to take 16 seconds to land. Wow. That little thrust I did there was not right. Let's see. Surface, orbit. Orbit. Here we go. That's why I did wrong. Okay. Let's just thrust here a little bit. Now it's going to take me 16 seconds to deorbit. So I've got to hit the throttle about 10 seconds before impact. Why not 16 seconds? Well, I'm going to be accelerating during that entire 16 seconds, and so the time it takes to impact will slowly rise during that acceleration. So at about 10 seconds to impact, that's when I want to fire up the engines, just to do a proper suicide burn here. Now, I'm going to kill that. Let's do a crew report. Crew report! Keep that. And do an EVA. Do an EVA report. Take that data. Board that. Board there. Point ourselves at the retrograde vector relative to the surface movement of the planet. And time accelerate until we come in closer to Minmus. This is dangerous because I can really accelerate quickly if I'm not careful at how quickly I time accelerate. This is dangerous. Open up your head, feel the shell shock. Okay. Alright. So I'm coming in, and it looks like I'm going to impact right about there. And it's going to, that's in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. So I'm going to time accelerate till I'm about, 20 seconds out. Here we go, 2, 1. Three, 2, okay. Ignition. I'm just going to point like that. Because you're going to see this will slide up towards that point right there. And when it gets to that point, that's when I kill the engine. Whoop. Pretty close. Fairly close. Not bad. There we go. A little bit of adjustment. A little bit of adjustment. Now I'm descending pretty much vertically over Minmus with not a lot of distance to go. I'm going to hit the retrograde vector. So Jebediah's got this right now. I'm going to counteract my relative velocity to the surface and cancel that out just in the nick of time. So that wasn't quite a suicide burn. I could have calculated that a bit more finely. I've done suicide burns before where I've actually hit the ground at a couple meters per second and boom, stopped. Those are insane. But anyway, I'm going to have to, do something here. Uh-oh. I'm about to hit. Oh, what am I going to do? Burn. 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 Boom. Alright. Alright. So, time for a little bit more science. Let's get a crew report. Crew report from Minmus's Lowlands. Sweet! EVA. Take an EVA report from Minmus's Lowlands. Why don't you take a surface sample from Minmus's Lowlands? Why don't you take that data and why don't you get back on the spaceship before you get crushed by it? Okay. I don't care that the spaceship tipped over. It's actually fairly easy to stand the thing back up. So here we go. There's still one more piece of science that I need to get. If I jump, I can hit EVA report and get space from get an EVA report from space just above Minmus. And that's about all the science that I can get right here. So where am I? I'm right there. And how much fuel do I have? I've got about 1,500 meters per second, more or less, to work with. So I get a couple of biomes here. If I head this way, I can probably get the highlands and the poles. If I head this way, I can probably get the slopes the lesser flats, I believe this is. I could be wrong there. And I could probably get the Midlands, which I believe is here. Ugh. I could actually do both. And if I go north, then I can head east. And I could get there, I could get there, and I could get there. I don't know. Yeah, let's go. Here, I believe, is Highlands. There's Midlands. I got Lowlands. I'm going to get slopes. I'm going to get these flats. I'm going to get these flats. I could get these flats also. Let's see how much fuel we have by the time we get down here. So let's aim the spacecraft this away direction and fire. Ooh, I need to go a little bit east. A little bit east because the moon is rotating. Minmus has somewhat rapid rotation, so let's go east like this. That should be great. That should be awesome. Okay, one thing I can get is a crew report from Space Near Minmus. Let's go ahead and take that data. Let's see, EVA report from... I already got that one. Board. Okay, let's turn on stability, go retrograde. I think I'm just going to eyeball this landing here. Go this way a little bit because I want to land on the slopes. I think I'll do that. Yeah. Oh boy. Alright. Fire. Slow down. Alright. Whoa, 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 whoa. You stop. You point that way. Excellent. So, let's take a crew report. Minmus' Lowlands. Oh, come on. Well, let's tumble down this ridge. How about that? We'll just start rolling here. And we'll time accelerate and just watch us roll down the hill. How do you like that, physics? Just to save fuel. Just 'cause. Even though we have tons of fuel. Yeah, we could do it. Whatever. You want to fight about it? Alright. Let's fight. Rolling, 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 rolling. Oh man, Jebediah is having so much fun. He's all like, woo, look at this, wee! Okay, how fast am I going? Okay, that's a little too fast. No, it's not too fast. Come on, it's when I hit 7 meters per second. That's too fast. But this is nothing. It's 4.5 meters per second. Sure, it gets Jebediah dizzy. Come on. Hey, wait a minute. I remember reading a book about this when I was in middle school. It was called To Kill Mockingbird. Yeah, okay. Alright, it's leveling out here. It's not going to get much faster than this. Oh boy, it's going to get faster. No, it's not. Okay, no, it's not. This is going to be fine. I got a lot of rotational energy, though. Yeah, it's going to carry me out onto the flats quite a ways. Now, this is actually pretty fun to watch. Little rolling pin. Oh man, that did not work. Okay. Alright. Woo! Okay, roll over onto your belly. Crew report. Great flats! Keep that data. Alright, EVA. EVA report from the Great Flats. Take a surface sample. There we go. You know what? One thing I forgot to do. I forgot to be smart and take this data and then store experiments and then jump and then do an EVA report and then keep the data and then land, climb, grab, and board. And then I'm going to go to the Space Center because I'm sure there's more objectives that I can get in the Minmus realm here. Okay, explore Minmus. Orbit Minmus. You know what? Maybe I should have done that before I landed on it. I really should have done that before I landed on it. Okay. Because now I'm going to have to get to orbit and then come back down from orbit. Whatever. Okay. Let's point this thing eastward, because I am near the equator. Right there. Alright, come on. Get up to altitude. Come on. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Yes. And then once I'm at apoapsis, I can accelerate and do my thing. I still have a fair amount of fuel. I can easily land back down on Minmus, and then, you know, I can save some science for a future mission. I gotta come back down here anyways and do all kinds of stuff with experiments, so you know what, that's fine. Let's do that. Let's go back to that Space Center and see what other Minmus objectives I can get. Explore Minmus. Gather scientific data from Minmus. Return to Kerbal from orbit of Minmus. Return to Kerbal from a flyby of Minmus. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Yeah, let's just come back. Let's just come back. I'm tired of this Minmus mission. I want things to move along. I want my space station to be built. I'm going to fly back from Minmus right now. I'm like, whatever, I got bored up there. Yeah, you wanted me to like sample this. Whatever. It's all about me, you know. Okay. Let's see, where am I in the orbit? That would send me not towards home. So, time accelerate. Time accelerate, time accelerate, time accelerate, time accelerate, time accelerate. Oh man. Come on. Gonna be that much of a bitch? Okay. Let's go to Space Center. How you doing, Ryan? Are you doing good? I saw you slumped over like that.
Yeah.
What's wrong? You trying to grab a piece of paper? Oh. Okay, so we're gonna just time accelerate until I'm like there. That's good. Now we're gonna fly it because now we're in the right position in our orbit. It'll take us right back home. Watch this. Watch this. Watch it. Just give it. I got it. Give it. I got it. Give it. Just give it. Give it. I got it. Got it. Got it. Go away. What if all the astronauts were drunk? Oh man. There we go. Okay, and I still got like 1,000 meters per second. I probably could have landed, gone back up to orbit, landed again, and then come back here. But whatever. Whatever. Jebediah got bored. You can't rush the Jeb. Can't rush the Jeb. Alright. Fall! 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 Look at that swirling cloud of artificial satellites. 3 of them are orbiting the moon. 3 of them are orbiting Kerbal in reared orbits. Okay, I'm pretty sure none of those have guys in them. Because if they do, that's kind of weird. And I'd be worried about them. Okay, you want to point that way, actually. Alright. Okay. You know what? I say, screw you guys. I'm going to fire my engine. Burn up all the fuel. Time accelerate. Yeah. What do you think of that? Whoa, out of fuel. That's a nice dandy trajectory. Let's ditch that stage while I was pointing directly into the surface retrograde vector, which means that that thing might come back and hit me, but probably not. Because it is apparently more aerodynamic than my spacecraft. Deploy that parachute and just time accelerate until I hit the ground. Woo! Yeah, crew reporting now, huh? Oh, you don't care. Okay. Well. Whoa! Blew up my heat shield. Okay, recover vessel. Whatever. Whatever. Oh, I got all that science. Science. Yeah, 700 science. Let's see what we can do with 700 science. For one thing, I can buy that. Okay, there's my heat shield. Yeah, let's get that too. Heavy rocketry. Don't even need it, but I could get it if I wanted to. But I don't wanna, because I want some science! Science! Okay, what else is science? That's science. That's a shit ton of science. Yeah. Yeah. What is that? What do we got here? Does that get science? No, not anymore. That's avionics. Let's see. Wait a minute. What's this? 3.75 meter heat shield. Okay. This is science also. That is science. That is totally science. Maybe I can get all three. Ooh. Yeah, don't need that. Let's get that. Boom. Infrared telescope. Let's get the seismometer. Boom. What? Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, so I need like 75 more science to get this. Which I'm probably going to get with my next contract. Which I'm just going to bring some tourists up and have like a docking port. Docking port and can generate power. Okay. Facilities supporting at least 7 Kerbals. Have 2 tourists on the station. Maintain stability for 10 seconds. Okay, wait a minute. I thought... Okay, so there's... That is something I also want. And I can't afford. Because it's got the docking node. Now, I do have a little docking node, but I want to do something bigger. This will get me lots of science. Yes, I want it. I want it. Burn it. So bad. If I buy that, then I need another 100 science to get the damn thing. But I can easily get a bunch of science using these things. Yeah. So why don't I just build a little thingy and go around. Okay, discovery science bonus 10. Ooh, okay. That's so cool. And then surface ore. This is so cool. Infrared telescope is not resettable? Well, I'll just have to haul it up with a scientist. That's what I'm totally going to do. I'm going to get so much science up in this biatch. Okay. Well, what do I want to get from an orbital lab? I can always buy that later. So let's go with this. Why not? Why not? Why not? Because I can get that more sturdy docking node, and I can connect the space station to it afterwards. So let's go ahead and do that. We're doing it. Oh yeah, done. Okay. Leave facility. Now you're gonna see the coolest launch rocket that I know how to make. Okay. So we got that. We got that right, and we're going with this right there. And you know what? I can put it so that the ladder is lined up with it. With that. You know what? I'm going to do a little clipping. This isn't cheating because I said it's not cheating. But I think it looks better like that. And those ladders will definitely be contiguous now. We're going to go ahead and put this docking node right there. right? So docking nodes there. And we have an escape tower. We might as well use it. Yeah. Okay. And now, what's that we need? We need a 2.5 meter heat shield. We can totally get that. Like that. Oh, yeah. Okay. So now we need parachutes. So we're definitely going to need, like, a couple of drogue chutes. Like that. But now we need, like, a whole bunch of these. We can do 4 of those, like so. Will 4 of those slow that down? We don't need monopropellant. Screw that. So this weighs how many tons? How many tons does this weigh when this is gone? 8.4 tons. Jeez, I don't know if that will slow that down enough. So we can always go with 4 more. 4 more parachutes, plenty of parachutes. Almost seems like too much, but I mean, how much is this? 2.5 tons. Jesus, that was 4.2 tons. I think this is enough. Actually, I'm like pretty sure, but I'm not entirely sure. So I better go with 6. 6 parachutes. Like that. But now that's over the hatch. So let's go with those parachutes like down there. Now that center of gravity is above that, which is ridiculous. I'm just going to have to do this the old-fashioned way. We'll go with... I don't like covering up those windows. So let's go there. And the other set of parachutes we'll put like that. It seems kind of ridiculous, right? Yeah, too ridiculous. No, screw that. I want this to look good. They say design before function, right? Or function before. Then it covers up my ladder. I don't want it to do that. Whatever. Looks good that way. And it's got plenty of parachutes. Okay. There we go. We got that. That heat shield has probably way more ablator than it needs to have. Probably only needs about 240 ablator. Then we just need this much fuel. And that engine, that little poodle engine, with the ridiculous amounts of vacuum thrust. And we go to the Rockomax decoupler again. Okay, and we go like that. 2 of those fuel tanks, because we don't have one of those big orange fuel tanks. Later we can change it to a big orange fuel tank. But this is going to be my standard medium lift rocket I'm going to go with every time I launch something. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do that thing with the fuel tanks with fuel on them and solid rocket motors. So we're going to balance that out and balance that out. And we're going to use these style nose cone like that. We're going to use the propellant crossfeed technology like so. You know what? I enabled advanced tweakables, didn't I? But I didn't trust it. That's right. So we got some stability there. So these fuel tank. Let's make sure I got that on right. I'm not even sure if I put it on the wrong way. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and use these ones. So this is one capable rocket. And it's relatively inexpensive. It'll perform any mission we want to perform. I'm going to load it up with Kerbals. Let's put on this tourist, and this tourist, and this tourist, and this tourist, and let's take off this engineer and put on this scientist. All right. Sweet! Okay, it needs to be able to generate power. So, I haven't unlocked any large solar panels, so let's just put on 4 solar panels. Like so. Just slap them on. Slap, slap, slap-a-roo. And it needs to have an antenna. Let's go ahead and put those antennae. I can put that on like that, no problem, and make it look awesome. The antenna's so light I don't have to worry about symmetry. Let's rotation absolute. There we go. Alright, this is my spaceship, this is my space station, Space Station 1, which we are going to call Salute 1. If anybody knows why I'm calling it Salute 1, post a comment on my YouTube video and you will receive $5 from me. Just kidding. You won't. But I will applaud you. Okay. No using Google. Alright. Launch clamps. Launch clamps are nice. That's asymmetrical launch clamps. There we go. Nice. So, these need to break off here. These launch clamps need to break off there. So those go. This goes. This fires. This goes. This. These go. And there we go. Okay, action groups. Abort. Activate engine. Alright, and then since we don't have any brakes, we'll use the, excuse me. Tissues. Pardon me, I am fighting off a cold, so back to the live stream, which nobody is watching. Alright, put those in. So brakes, activate engine, but this time also decouple, undock, whatever. Abort. All right. Got 2 scientists on board. Have 2 tourists on board. Have facilities supporting 7 Kerbals. Put your station into orbit of Kerbin. I guess I didn't need 2 scientists. I thought for some reason it said I had to have 2 scientists, but 2 tourists, whatever. Save. Launch. Here we go. This is my favorite rocket to launch. It's just a nice medium lift. You know? I should have saved it as a sub-assembly, but whatever. It's got a very decent thrust profile. If anything goes wrong, I just hit the backspace there and save everybody's life. Uh-oh. Which I hope I won't have to do. Woo! Sweet. Nice. Nice thrust. Profile. Follow the prograde vector. Let's wait until I get up to, yeah, let's do it. Yeah. Getting some lifting body physics out of this, so that's actually working in my favor. I can apply the thrust vector more in line with my prograde vector, and I'll still get some lift. So the actual acceleration vector is a little higher, in fact, than my current direction vector, the actual effective thrust vector. Once you factor in the lifting body lift that we get. Let's go to fully prograde. Might be a little premature for that, but you know, whatever. Woo! Yeah. This thing's aerodynamic as hell. Oh shit. Sorry. Let's get that apoapsis up to 75 kilometers. I can't believe it's still fiery. But as you can see, I got plenty of fuel to circularize that orbit, especially since I only have to do about 100 meters per second burn. Maybe a couple hundred meters per second burn by the time I get up there. Once we hit the Kármán line here, we're going to be jettisoning the escape tower. Let's go ahead and physically time accelerate to that point. Four, three, two, one. Not really. And brakes. And, you know, I wonder. No, I did not push that thing into orbit. That would have been funny, though. So, still targeting the prograde vector. I got plenty of time to apoapse, so let's accelerate to about there. And, oh my god, I overshot it. So, we are going like this. Circular orbit. Okay. I just got that. Boom. Alright. Woo! Now that's all that's left is to bring the space station back, which is just basically a proof of concept now. Bring it back to Kerbal. So, wow, that was kind of anticlimactic. But we can do that. Yeah, why not? So, yeah. Woo, yeah. Watch that specific impulse drop. Oh, it takes forever. When does it get down to 349.9, I wonder? Probably around 30,000 feet. Why is this on my recommended? Because you obviously need to have more Kerbal in your life. That is the answer, my friend. Everybody needs more Kerbal in their life. Clearly. Ah, 349.9. There we go. That's the answer to my really dumb question. Wonder if I can exhaust... Yep, exhausted all the fuel. Woo! Falling back to Earth. Kerbal is always the answer. Yes. Kerbal is always the answer. How are we going to get to Mars? Kerbal Space Program. We're just going to have everybody play Kerbal Space Program. They'll figure it out. No problem. We'll just give it to Hazardish. Give it to Hazardish. He'll solve all the problems. He'll get us all to Mars. You know, on a single staged orbit, reusable space plane that weighs as much as a Volkswagen. Not a problem. Not a problem. You ever subscribe to Hazardish? Just look up Hazardish. I think it's HAZARDISH. Let me YouTube.com. Uh-oh. I'm falling too fast. There we go. Okay. Hazardish. Yeah, look up Hazard-ish. There's a hyphen in there. Oh my god, what just happened? Okay. While I was looking at YouTube, there we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. 4.7 meters per second. Everything's cool. Everything is cool. But Hazardish. HAZARD-ISH. It's insane what that guy does on Kerbal Space Program. I don't know how he does it. He must have a team of engineers. A team of engineers playing Kerbal and going, okay, we can shave 0.06 kilograms off of the return vessel, which saves us 0.92 kilograms off the launch vehicle. It's amazing. It's amazing how small, how narrow, how fine his margins are for this game. All right. Okay. Damn tourists. Recover vessel. Yay! Subbed. Thank you for subbing, Ethan. Oh, it looks like there's some debris I can recover. Alright, so what do we have active? We don't have anything active, but we can plant a flag on mid-miss. We can get that. What do we want to do? Rescue missions are great because you get more Kerbals that way, but they take so long and they're boring. Good God. Get a lot of money. Surface of the moon. Yeah, that's going to take forever. Okay, 6 tourists safely to their destination. I have to land them on Minmus and bring them back, and I get 109,000 for every single tourist I land on Minmus and bring back. And I don't even have to land all 6. I only have to land 4 of them. And then fly by the other 2. Jeebus. Jeebus, hell yeah, let's do that. Let's do a big-ass Minmus mission. Sweet. Plant flag on Minmus. Runway 2 vessels in orbit of Minmus. Yeah, why not? Plant flag on Minmus. Yeah, let's do that. Anything more that has to do with Minmus? No. This is it. Plant a flag on Minmus. Explore Minmus. Planting a flag on Minmus. So it's like kind of redundant there. Let's see. Advanced 92,000 funds. Completion 171,000 funds. And then, so that's like, what, 164,000 right there. Add on, so we got 260,000 plus 72,000, that's 332,000, plus another 96,000, that's 428,000 funds, 428,000 funds just for that. Plus we're gonna get, another, 200,000 there. So that's like 600,000 funds. Ferry 6 tourists safely to their destination, and then this is just ridiculous. Okay. Actually, I only need to land 2 of these guys. 2 of these guys on Minmus. Suborbital space fly by Minmus. Oh shoot! This guy's got to go to the moon. Mun. Okay, so we'll go to the Mun, and then we'll go to Minmus. Piece of cake. Okay. But I want to add this up. This is an incredibly lucrative contract. I'm going to add up exactly how much money I'm going to make from this. Okay. 146,250 plus 12,188 plus 12,188. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times 12,188. 8 times 970. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 14 completions, each for 12,188, and then 8 for 9,750. There is 2 completions for 146,250, 2 completions for 117,000, and 2 completions for 109,688. So, add this up. Add this up. This is crazy. Okay. Let's do this. All right. 14 times. I'm going to do this on my computer so I can look at the whole thing. Whole thing here. 14 times 12,188 plus how many 8 times 9,750. 8 times 9,750 plus 2 times 146,250 plus 2 times 117,000 109,688 plus 2 times 109. How much was it? 688? 688 equals. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, no advance. No completion rewards. But that alone, 994,508 funds. Woo! That's a new pair of shoes. I'll tell you that. Okay. Take that and we go plus. Oh, what do we have here? 96, 72, 96, 92.4. 171,600. Okay, so that's 96,000 times 2 plus 72,000. 72,000 plus 92.4 and 171.6. 92.4, 92,400 plus stupid memory, 171.6, 171,600. Is that everything? Okay then, equals. That's over another 500,000 right there. So we're right now sitting, if I complete just those 2 contracts, that's 1,522,508 funds. Add to that 57,500, 145,000. 57,500. 57,500 plus 145,000. 145,000. Total contracts worth 1.725 million funds. Actually, 1,725,008 funds. Ooh, this is gonna be one hell of a mission. So let me look at the details here. So, suborbital flight on Kerbin, fly by Minmus, land on Minmus, orbit around Kerbin. Easy, easy, easy. Okay. Fly by the moon, land on the moon, fly by Minmus, orbit Minmus. Okay. Land on. I'm gonna have to do two vehicles. One will go to Minmus and not the moon. One will go to the moon and then to Minmus. So we got land on Minmus, orbit around the moon, land on the moon. So land on Minmus and the moon. Oh man, okay. Jokas has to land on Minmus and land on the moon. He's got to do both. Gibbert has to orbit around Kerbin, fly by Minmus. That's all Gibbert has to do. This guy has to land on the moon, fly by the moon, so that guy's got to land on the moon, fly by the moon, orbit around Kerbin. He doesn't even have to go to Minmus, but he's going to go to Minmus anyways. Okay, so the lander is going to carry Jokas to the moon. It's got to carry Maupons. It's got to carry Eileen. It's got to carry Tanless. That's 4. So the lander has to carry 4 people to the moon. 4 people have to go to the moon to land on Minmus. Okay. Okay. And of course I gotta have a pilot to give them there, so 5. So I gotta have a lander that can accommodate 5. Alright. So let's start with this. You know what? Let's just start with complete. Don't even save it. All right. That's a landing can. That's a pod on top of it. This has to be able to land on the moon. Get back. It's got to be able to dock with something. That carries an additional 2 Kerbals. So how many? This guy doesn't need to get to the moon. This guy doesn't need to go to the moon. So it's got to dock with something else that carries 2 Kerbals. And the 2 Kerbal thing doesn't even need to land. So it's got to carry 5 Kerbals to the surface, including Jebediah. Or let's go with Valentina. She needs experience. It's got to dock with another vehicle that carries 2. And it's got to be able to bring all 7 of them down to the surface. So let's... what am I doing? Okay. A blader should be like so. Alright. That's good. Okay. So okay, it's kind of wonky, but this is our general lander vehicle. Let's do that. And it's got to be able to go down to the moon and back up. It weighs 8.37 tons. Needs to have at least 1,200 meters per second of delta V to go down to the moon and back up. Time for some algebra, some college level algebra. ISP times ln of wet mass divided by the dry mass equals 1,200 meters per second. Okay, the ISP we know to be 350. Hang on. Three, 4, 3, 3.5. So the natural log of the wet mass over the dry mass equals 0.349. So let's see. E to that power is 1.418. Needs to be the ratio of the wet mass to the dry mass. This ratio needs to be 1.418, which we're looking at around 14 tons. I need about a 6-ton fuel tank here. That is going to be plenty, I believe. Okay. Do I have those really big landing legs? I do not. So, I'm going to have to go with a different option. I'm going to have to go with... Yeah, that's not a bad idea. What's the thrust here? Thrust, 60 kilonewtons. Yo Grossi. Okay. This thrust is 120 kilonewtons with 305. I just need more. Well, let's take a look. Let's take a look at what the delta V is here. And we can decide. Okay. So I got here a spaceship that's 19.37 tons here. 19.37 tons. Alright, 19.37 tons. And if we get rid of all of the fuel, we are left with 11.37 tons. That's not including parachutes. Let's make sure everything is on this. Okay, so we're going to have 2 parachutes. 2 drogue chutes, rather. And 4 of these. That should be suffice. Let's also make sure that there are solar panels. And do I need an antenna? Jeb's going to be on there. Everything's going to be fine. I don't need an antenna. Let's save the mass. Okay. So, let's change this thing. So, we got 19.94 divided... all clear. 19.94 divided by 11.94. Mass ratio of 1.67. So we take the natural log of that, and we multiply that by our specific impulse, which is 350 seconds. Nope, divided by 350 seconds, because our specific impulse is actually 305 seconds, and multiply that by 9.81. We have a total delta V of 1,534 meters per second, which is sufficient to land on the moon and come back from going to the moon. I will say we are good. So this is going to be our lander. Alright, now that that math is over, with that out of the way, I think we can go ahead and move on to designing. We can definitely go ahead and design the lifting stage here. And we're going to use some tweakables here. Fuel delivery overlay. Fuel priority 0, fuel priority 20. So yeah, that seems to work. If I went down to that change, is that the way it works? Okay. I'm just going to test this real quick. We're going to launch this. Cancel. We're going to do Big Mun. We're going to save this. We're going to launch this just to make sure that fuel flows the way that we want to. This will give us some extra thrust during our ascent profile. So we're just going to knock this here. Going to light those engines up. Forgot to fill up that tank again. We're going to watch how these tanks drain when I throttle up that engine. I believe the bigger tank will drain first, and then when it is empty, this will start to drain. So let's hope that's the case. Let's go ahead and throttle up. Uh-oh. That's no bueno. Okay. Revert flight. Vehicle assembly. Now, that was a flight revision, only because, well, for one thing, it didn't really matter. For another thing, what the hell? Huh. Let's try saving and launching this again. there we go. Okay. So the upper fuel tank does not deplete until the other ones do. Vehicle assembly. It's all good. It's all good, baby. It's all good, baby. Okay. So this will enable me to have augmented thrust, which will allow for an extended rocket body here, because I'm going to be pulling off fuel. Now let's see, what is the fuel consumption of this? 3.611 per second, so that's 7.222 per second compared to 18.64, so it's about a little more than 30%, maybe 40% increase in fuel consumption, which should correlate to, let's just add on 50% more fuel when we do this here. So I like to have side boosters when I take off here. 40% increase in fuel consumption. Yeah. All right. Actually, this live stream has gone on long enough, so we're just going to end it here. We will finish this mission. I'll finish building this ship and end this mission tomorrow, mañana. Yeah, I think I'll finish building this ship off screen. No, you'll see it. You'll see the rest of the process. All right. Big moon, big moon, big moon. All right.